Hello people of YouTube, Horror Hoarder back again, doing a quick video today looking at my VHS movies, well some of my VHS movies anyway. We're going to look at my zombie movies on the VHS format. Some will be, most will be after certificate films. There are some pre-certs in there though, so for those of you interested in pre-certificate VHS, you might want to carry on watching. If you're not interested in VHS, you know, why not? Yeah, I love VHS because, well, mainly for the artwork on the cases actually. You always have original artwork on VHS, especially the video nasties. Some of those had some truly insane artwork that was actually on the cover to advertise the film. Obviously back then you couldn't advertise any other way, only on the sleeve. Yeah, so today we are looking at my VHS collection of zombie films. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So we'll start out my collection with this. This is Mortuary. This is put out by Hokushin Movies. It is a pre-cert. Not actually sure if this is a zombie movie or not. Haven't actually got around to watching this tape yet. Only had it recently. But going by the cover, it certainly looks like it could be. So that is Mortuary. Show the tape on the inside quick. Okay, pre-cert, original box. Next on my list, I have Pet Sematary 2. Love Pet Sematary 2. There's the back. This is a great film. This is an after certificate film. Really great film. Really good. One of the best zombie movies of the 90s, I would say. Stars Edward Furlong from Terminator 2. Yeah, this is a really good film. Love this one. Really good practical special effects and an interesting storyline. Next we have Stephen King's Creepshow. Now, this is an anthology movie, so it's got different films, different half-hour segments, all spliced together into a feature-length film. Directed by George Romero, who needs no introduction at all. Yeah, so I think two of these stories have got a zombie theme. One of them is this one here with Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson. That is definitely a zombie one. Leslie Nielsen buries Ted Danson and Galen Ross from Dawn of the Dead. He buries them in the sand. The tide comes in and drowns them, and they come back as zombies to take their revenge. And I think there might be another one. Yeah, it's the is it? I think there might be one on here called Father's Day Cake, or Father's Day. It's about a zombie coming back from the dead to get his Father's Day cake. I think that's on here. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, so that is Creepshow, after certificate. Next we have, excuse me, Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Now this is quite an important tape in my collection because the audio, the soundtrack to this film is completely different on the VHS to the DVD and Blu-ray after that. If you want the original soundtrack, you have to have this VHS version or any of the previous VHS releases. This is by Guild Home Video. Love Guild Home Video, great company they are. But this is an AFA certificate. Obviously, the film's from 1987, so it would have to be AFA certificate. Yeah, this is a fantastic film, in my top 20 of all time zombie films. It's Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Next we have Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead. This is the remake from 1989, 1990, starring Tony Todd. This is a film that I used to see a lot on the shelves in the video rental stores. You should see that cover a lot, and I've got to tell you, I really wanted to watch it but couldn't. I was too young, wasn't allowed, too scary apparently. So as soon as I became of age, I without doubt bought this on this version, this original version. Yeah, it says it's the 1993 release, but I think it was older than that. Yeah, so that's Tom Savini's Night of the Living Dead. Fantastic film. I'd give that probably 7, 8 out of 10. Next we have Maniac Cop. Maniac Cop is a fantastic film. Starring Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead. In this film, he's a cop who ends up stumbling across a zombie cop who was going against the rules a little bit and breaking the law. So it's up to Bruce Campbell to save the day. Brilliant film. Again, I'd probably put that in my top 20 all-time zombie movies. Quite different, not what you'd be expecting usually. There's no flesh eating in this film, just murder. Next we have Peter Jackson's first film, is Bad Taste. Absolutely brilliant. Very, very low budget, but very imaginative. I would probably put this in my top 20 also, actually, as a guilty pleasure zombie VHS movie. Yeah, really, really good one. Love this film. Next we have the sequel, if you like. No, it's a different story. This is Brain Dead, also by Peter Jackson. Set in New Zealand in the 1950s. Really, really great slapstick gore in this one. And I think this also has the bloodiest scene ever filmed in a zombie movie. They use more blood in this film than any other. And that would be the chainsaw scene. Not the chainsaw scene, sorry, the lawnmower scene. Not to mention the priest that kicks ass for the Lord. That one there. Brilliant film. Next we have one that's not so good. This is Zombie Nightmare, put out by Equinox. This is a big box version, but it is after certificate, obviously. Very, very cheap. Zombie Nightmare is an action-packed tale of revenge from beyond the grave. It is violent and voodoo, terror and suspense that conquers time itself. Life after death, the ultimate nightmare. That's a pretty crap description, really. I know this film has Adam West in it. Yeah, it's got Adam West in it from Batman. And this John Thor guy, who was a bodybuilder or something that tried his hand at acting. Obviously wasn't a very good actor. Found himself in the zombie subgenre where you don't really say very much. Anyway, he goes around chasing a bunch of people around a gym and stuff. It's not very good. Move on. This is a absolutely fantastic film. This is The Video Dead. Check out that. Amazing. Now this has got the original recommended retail price on it of £66.50. That would have been a lot of money back in the 1980s. Funnily enough, now this VHS tape sells on eBay for roughly that price again. So that's kind of cool. Put out by Medusa Home Video. Yeah, really, really great film. The Video Dead. Next we have John Carpenter's The Fog. One of those weird zombie films where the zombies are sort of zombies and sort of not zombies. They're very much supernatural. They can appear and disappear, I suppose. They turn up in the fog, which happens I'll read it back to you. A ship was wrecked off the Californian coast, missiled by false beacon light. An eerie fog enveloped the ship and it went down. Local superstition has it that when the fog returns to Antonio Bay, the murdered mariners will rise from their watery graves and seek vengeance. As night falls in the peaceful community, the dense fog moves across the water. A chilling horror by John Carpenter, director of Halloween. Yeah, interesting film actually, not bad at all. Did enjoy this one. Screenplay by Deborah Hill. She was also involved in Halloween. Yeah, so that is The Fog. Next we have The Vineyard. Put out by Cinema Club. It's not too bad actually. It's got James Hong in it. He was from Big Trouble in Little China. It's about a very wealthy landowner that is producing wine, very valuable wine. The wine is so valuable because he's using the rotting corpses that are buried in his vineyard to produce the vintage. Interesting zombie film, completely different to what you've probably seen before. Yeah, this is a fantastic film, one of the best actually. That is The Vineyard. Next we have some Evil Deads. Okay. Alright, we'll start off with this one. The Evil Dead. Unfortunately it's after certificate. I need to get this on Pre-Cert. Put out by Parkfield Entertainment. Okay. Didn't really need much of an introduction. Other versions of that. They're not really all that fancy. We're moving on to Evil Dead 2. For some reason I like this edition, even though it's just a plain after certificate version. Got these other horror icons on the back there. There we go. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Two more versions here. You've probably seen this version before. Funnily enough, it's got artwork on the back from Army of Darkness, even though this is actually Evil Dead 2 on here. Speaking of Army of Darkness, there we go. That's a great one. Next we have my 3 zombie films that are on the exploited label. First we have Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. This is a brilliant, brilliant film, very underrated really, by Bob Clark and Alan Ormsby. Got a little something in there. Oh yeah, this guarantees that if I get eaten by a cannibal ghoul during the viewing of the film, they will pay out by a cadaver. How cool is that? Yeah, that is a brilliant film. Takes a bit getting used to it if you're not used to those sorts of zombie films. Well, the sequel to that was Dead of Night, or The Night Andy Came Home. That's a really great film, that one is. It's about a Vietnam vet who comes home as a corpse, a walking corpse, much to the dismay of his parents. Again, this is by Alan Ormsby. Yeah, not bad at all. And this one actually has this is an early film that has makeup effects done by Tom Savini from Dawn of the Dead fame. Day of the Dead, no. Yeah, he was involved in Day of the Dead, but I think Greg Nicotero was more involved in Day of the Dead. Anyway, but this is a brilliant film, quite different. It is Dead of Night. Again on the same label, this is a Zombie Child, also known as The Child. This is a film about a young girl called Rosalie who is a bit of a little shit really, spoiled, and she uses her friends, who are a bunch of zombies in the graveyard, to do her bidding. She even kills her father. Yeah, not bad film actually at all. I enjoyed this one. Yeah, that is Zombie Child. Next we have City of the Living Dead, put out by Vipco. Great film. Not a great deal to say about the Vipco release though, so we'll move on to this. This is my Italian import of the film. At the back you can see Giovanni Radice, aka John Morgan, getting his head drilled. Brilliant film, absolutely fantastic, one of my favourites. In my top 10, well, probably not actually, in my top 15 though. Next we have The House of Seven Corpses. This is actually my oldest zombie film. This is a Pre-Cert, put out by Duran Film Services. They were a company in Dudley. Yeah, it's not a great film. Very slow. And I don't know whether it's got anything to do with the fact that Rob Zombie named his later film House of 1,000 Corpses, whether or not he was playing on this title, I don't know. But this is actually my oldest Pre-Cert. Next we have a bloody terrible film starring Kitten Nativada. You've all heard of her. Put out by Midnight Movies. This is Zombie Gangbang. This is a really odd film. I've never seen another film like this. Extremely low budget. This is one of the world's only, if not the only, zombie rape movies. So the zombies in this movie, excuse me, they're not after the flesh to eat, so to speak, more to do other things. This girl, this woman, Kitten, she is a stripper or a prostitute or something. She stumbles across some zombies who rape her. She goes off to the police to tell them about it. They don't care, they rape her too. And then she gets raped again by some more zombies. The absolute shit it is, really bad. 45, well, probably more than that, probably 80% of the film is just stock footage from a club somewhere. Yeah, not good at all. Starring Stephanie Keaton as Alice. Yeah, shit. Hard to find now though. Next we have, this is my VTC preset of Zombie Holocaust. Now this is a great film in terms of how entertaining it is. It's not a big budget film by any means, it's very cheap. Take on the inside. Okay. It's in the original box, the videotape centre box. Yeah, one of my favourites, this one. So that's Zombie Holocaust, starring Ian McCulloch, who I met recently. He was a nice guy. Yeah, not bad at all. In my top 10 guilty pleasure zombie movies, this one. Zombie Holocaust by VTC. Next we have Zombie Flesh Eaters. After certificate, unfortunately, I need to get this again as a pre-cert at some point. Starring Richard Johnson, Tita Farrow and Ian McCulloch, who we just mentioned earlier from Zombie Holocaust. This is a better film than Zombie Holocaust. This is a really good film. Very imaginative, very atmospheric. I would put this in my top 10, well I did put this in my top 10 zombie films, classic zombie films of all time. Directed by Lucio Fulci and containing material banned since 1983. Cool. Yeah, that is Zombie Flesh Eaters. I have a couple of bit codes here. This is Zombie Flesh Eaters 2, which was known in Europe as Zombie 3. And Zombie Flesh Eaters 3, which was known in Europe as Zombie 4. Okay. Now, last but not least, one of my all-time favourite zombie films, starring Arthur Kennedy, Ray Lovelock and Christine Galvo. This is one of the earliest Spanish-Italian co-productions. This is The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, here just written as The Living Dead, but it is also called The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, and a bunch of other titles such as Let Sleeping Corpses Lie and Don't Open the Window. Yeah, really great film, directed by George Grau, 1974. One of the first really gory zombie movies, this one. Really, really brilliant. In fact, I like this film so much I went and visited the set locations recently in the Peak District from this film. So I'll put them up at some point as well. You can see those if you want to. I'll just read the back. It says, the recent dead are turning in their graves, and they're hungry. Their veins are crying out for the warmth of living blood. Their gastric juices are screaming for human flesh and guts. An electromagnetic force has reversed the laws of life and death. The bloodbath has already begun. Cool. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant film. One of my favourites. So yeah, that is The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue, here as just The Living Dead. Well, those are all the VHS tapes of zombie films that I want to show today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please comment and subscribe. That would be really, really great if you did that. So yeah, that is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I am the Horror Hoarder. Stay scared.